All right, guys, what we're going on? My name is James T. Chandler Sr. You know, Terrence already introduced me, but I am a father of three, husband of one. I own a couple of companies. I'm actually licensed in the Too Smart Evolution family. So we do a lot of things. We just don't talk about it, preach about it. We actually can put these things in place. So one of the things I'm happy to talk about, is, of course, always is taxes. So my assignment is to talk about the Schedule C. So what you see on the screen, and you guys in video land, is an example of a 1040, which will be unique at this time. It is a 2018 form. I've created this. This is for educational purposes only. You won't go search this form. You ain't going to find it because this is something I created. So my econ leads with the 1040 so you can see how this should show up. Now, we're not teaching people how to be tax person. You don't have to be a tax expert. Now, I'm not teaching you to become a tax expert. I am teaching you to become aware. I do want to show you what you should be paying attention to, so when you're going somewhere, and if you don't come to me, that you could see the differences. You can see the anomalies that folks that you might not be aware of. So the 1040. On the 1040, it starts with a couple areas. The top part is where people put their name. In this example, we got a married couple, Joseph and Mary Work. All right, you got the address. You come down to the second part right here. It says filing status. That's where they chose that they're going to file. This example is married filing joint. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, most examples with W-4s, I think Greg did it, it was a married couple, was it not?
Yes.
All right, good. So we go down to the next part. Now we got exemptions on the form. On this form, exemption is whoever's name is going to show up on your taxes. Whoever name is going to show up on the form is going to be the exemption. So you got 6A is yourself, 6B is a spouse, and you got one more called a dependent. So if you come over here to the corner, hope you guys can see it. Let me see if I can blow it up. Did it mess it up, Stro?
You good?
All right, I'm going to blow it up so they can see the total exemption on this form. The total exemptions, y'all in the room, how many exemptions on this form? Come on, I heard somebody say it. Three. I'm glad I hit it. We looked at it, we still got it wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. See, and I heard three. I heard two, too. All right, did somebody say two? Don't say who said it, just blink so I can see you. All right? So that's the point. So it's right in front of you, we still need to educate. The reason why I'm bringing this out, this is a little different, taking a different tangent, I want you guys to learn, is three exemptions, and we just did a training on W-4, that form didn't have three at the end of the day, did it? Did it? The form that Greg did, y'all was here, wasn't you? It didn't have three, did it?
No.
When we work with folks with W-4, most likely, they won't have just three. They won't have just the exemption. And the reason is that form is covering allowances. Your tax return only covers exemptions. Let me make this point so I can piggyback on Greg. Here's my reason, and I'm going to put it on video land. Folks without a My Econ business should not be taught the W-4. Are y'all with me?
Yes.
All right? Now, I'm going to say that, let me clean it up too. They can be taught, but they shouldn't be implemented until they get in. Are y'all with me? They can be showed, but they can't get in. They can't do it until they get in. Because I just showed you on the form, it has nowhere on here for 7 exemptions. It has nowhere on here for 12. It only had 3 exemptions. The form knows nothing about what you did on your W-4. It doesn't miraculously change unless you change your circumstances. Are y'all with me? All right, let's keep on going. Let's look at this situation. See, we always like to start off with a person, what they did before they got aware of My Econ. So this example, this family makes $75,000. The second part, the middle part of the tax form has income. And you know how I know it has income? Because it has a title right here on the left-hand side. It says income. You know, reading is dangerous. You know, so if you become aware of My Econ, you come to training, guys, you know the biggest part of training is reading.
Gotta read.
If you read the W-4, you know more than most folks do. Are y'all with me? All right, so income. So line 7 through 23, 22 covers income. So we're going to scroll down some more. Now we get this section called adjusted gross income. I'm just going to reach out, and I'm assuming that section is for anything that adjusts your gross income. It's line 23 to 37. So at this moment, in this example, this potential recruit has no adjustment to income. Can y'all see that? They adjust a W-2 employee just becoming aware that what they may not know. So we bring it down to 75,000. So at line 37, they still make 75,000. All right. So we go to the second page. So the second page of the 1040, it has a section called tax and credit. All right. That's line 38 through 56. All right. So we bring the 75,000 over from 37, put it on 38. You're not doing taxes. I'm just explaining it so you guys understand it. Is that fair enough? Fair. All right. So let's look at some differences. Now we're going to go to this section. It's called line 40, itemized deductions from Schedule A or your standard deduction. All right. With a show of hands, since we're training, how many of us in the room know what itemized deductions are? Okay. So nobody's going to raise their hand. I know all y'all should know it. Yeah. All right. Good. But I'm going to help you out. On the W-4, itemized deductions, and I think Greg went over, there's things such as charitable contributions, state, local taxes, mortgage interest, medical expenses over 7.5%. All those things are itemized deductions. All right, so if we read the W-4, it'll tell you that. So in this example, we're choosing not to use itemized deduction, so we can assume they don't have any. All right, what we are going to be using is what we call standard deduction. So what I took the liberty to do on this form, I decided to recreate it, because on the actual form, if y'all looking at y'all form, I'm going to blow it up so you can see. On the left side of that page, it should show what the standard deductions were. Do it not. I need somebody to participate with me. On y'all form, y'all should have a copy that says 2017. So, on the first column it says all single or married filing separate, their standard deduction is what? $6,350. All right. So, 2018. We know the standard deduction now is $12,000.
Yep.
You see how powerful it is? So that's why I just took it upon myself to change the form, because that's what will show up on the real form. This form won't show up until next year. And none of us know what it's going to look like. All we can do is make assumptions. All right? Now, it says married filing joint or qualified widow. Their filing standard deduction is $24,000. All right? It's not on your form. It's going to have last year's. Head of household is $18,000. All right? Did we cover that? So let's go ahead and recap since we're learning now. What's a single standard deduction? Oh, this time y'all speak.
12,000.
12,000. Gotcha. I want you to make sure you got it. Filing joint. What's standard deduction?
24,000.
Head of household?
18,000.
18,000. Y'all good. Y'all good. All right. So let me make it small. Let's go back. That's important. All right. That's important. All this is going to play a role. So let me bring it back up so y'all can see. So we bring the 75,000. The standard deduction for these couples is 24,000. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right. So we do some subtraction, guys. We're just going to minus 75,000 24. So right now, this person without a business, just a W-2 individual, is $51,000. That's their taxable income. All right. So that's a regular person. They decide not to change, that's on them. It's our job to put the information in front of them to hope they make a good decision for them and their family. So let's go down and see what the example when they do make a decision. Let's go look at another example. In this example, I like to say, they came, they saw, and then they made a decision. So all the other stuff is the same. So we're not going to change that. I like to say that the 75,000 is the same because we're not telling anybody, don't tell nobody, like somebody else might have said, tell these jokers to quit and go my econ full-time after seeing the presentation 30 minutes ago. All right? Because I'm incongruent with what our upline says. They need to stay in the box. All right? Your income needs to sustain you. Because I really believe unless you got that mental toughness yet, and most folks that get started don't have it, that you can control your emotions and fight and survive at the same time, stay in your box. Stay in your box. Use what you had that you were living off already. And you were struggling doing that when you didn't have to be mentally tough. You were struggling doing that when folks weren't telling you no. You were struggling doing that when you were going to work when you didn't feel like it because you can just go to the motion and still get a check. Over here, you got to better challenge all that. So stay in your box, keep your job, and learn these strategies till you get good at it. Are you with me? All right. My mentor said there's an underpaid stage, basic getting paid, and an overpaid stage. So let's go through the stages. All right. So when we look at this form, we're going to scroll down, and we're going to look at line 12. Line 12 has a number there. That is, line 12 says business income or loss at tax schedule C or CEZ. And that right now is $15,000. So I'm going to cover that page real quick, and we're going to show where that 15 came from. So if you take away the $15,000, now their income at line 22 is $60,000. So let's just scroll to the Schedule C so we can see why this makes sense. We're going to scroll. We're going to skip. Now we're going to Schedule C. Here's what my topic was about. Schedule C. The Schedule C title is, guys, I need you to talk back to me. What is the Schedule C title? What is that form called?
Profit and
Profit or loss.
It says profit or loss. That's interesting. Why you think it say or?
Give you choices.
one and two.
It's going to be one or the other. Are you with me? They didn't say profit and deductions. They said profit or loss. Loss means what's going to be the completed, what the form going to say at the end. Are y'all with me? All right? I thought I need to point it out. It just stood out. All right? So let's do this. I do like to explain this in case there's those who go somewhere to get it done and you do it yourself. Just so you know, name of proprietor. That's usually the person's name on the taxes. What means your name? Are y'all with me? Now, the second part says a principal, business, or profession. Here's what I like to instruct all the clients that come to me, and I would give this to all the MyEcon family. There is titles that exist into the code for the IRS. And I think the perfect code for MyEcon is educational services. So we'll say you are in a personal financial education. And they have a code called Education Services, and that code on line B is 611000. I think that's a perfect title. All right. The other one, which I have no problem with, other people might give you different descriptions. All right, is direct sales. I have no problem with that. You want to do that, and just so happen you can write it down. The code is 45439. Now this is just extra. This is extra. This has nothing to do with MyEcon. This is me giving it to you, okay? So I want y'all take it and listen to the video and say, well, that MyEcon didn't say, no, I'm saying this. Because I'm the one talking. Are y'all with me? Here's what I will say, and I think MyEcon has my back on. Business name. C. Your business is not called MyEcon. Only person that say MyEcon, their business is MyEcon. Did y'all catch that? Maybe Alvin and Ivy can say their business is MyEcon, they're the co-founder. But because they're distributors, their business is not MyEcon. Your business is whatever you named your business. All right, we got clear name. Whatever you name your business, because who in business? You are. You are in business. Are you? So name it. You ain't got one, come up with one. All right, you ain't came up with none, you ain't thought about it yet. You are, I would say you can use this for that purpose. Independent associate of MyEcon. But your business at this line is not MyEcon. All right? Hope y'all caught that. Y'all caught it? All right, cool. Let's go ahead. We're cooking with gas. We learning something, right? All right, so let's go down. We're going to skip. Now, they got part 1 on the Schedule C. And it has a title. Part 1 on the Schedule C says what?
Income.
Income. Your number one reason of getting in business is to make some money. I hope y'all heard that before. Y'all heard you don't want to get in reason because you're going to get some deductions, right? Have y'all heard that one before? Yeah, you got to get in business to make some money. I mean, get some deductions. You need the business to get some taxes off. You know what? The truth is, the deductions come by default. As long as you practice the habit of making money, you must have the intent on creating a profit. So just keep it and say you want to make some money. So in this example, they made $5,000. So they made some money. We're going to scroll down. We're looking at the column that says expenses. That says part 2. This is where you put your expenses. This is where once you did all you're going to do and you tally up all your information, you got from your cash flow manager, and you've seen your title, your totals, you place them, or your tax professional place them on the form. It is simple as that. You can look at some categories. Number 9 says car and truck expenses. After all the calculations were done in the software on separate sheets of paper, if you're still doing it by paper, God forbid, they got $8,000 worth of mileage deductions. Y'all see that? Yep. All right, we go down to depreciation. On this example, they got $1,000 worth of depreciation. They mean they bought something and used it for business. All right. Number 16, they got some interest. They had some OPM, some other people's money that they borrowed to use for business. They had to pay $2,000 in interest. All right. You go to the other side of the page. They got supplies. Line 22 says supplies. They bought some samples. They bought some stuff. They used supplies for their business. Are y'all getting it? All right, they got some, right now we got A for travel. They got $2,000. All right, 25, they got some utilities. We got utilities, name some. You got your internet, you got your cell phone, you got your cell phone, you got your cell phone. Did y'all catch it? I say cell phone. All right? All right, so who's to say your conversation ain't business related right now? I'm saying, don't fake it, do it. So when folks call you, take a couple minutes to talk about business. Hey, they haven't changed. Talk about what's changing in my life. No, I tell you, when we finish talking, I'm going to talk to you about it. What's going on? What's wrong with that? Every time somebody calls you, answer your phone like it's your office. What's wrong with that? Answer the phone like it's your office. Thank you for calling JT Financial Enterprise. I called your cell phone. It's still JT Financial. What can I do for you? Name your business. What's your name?
Janet.
What's your whole name?
Brown.
Jenny Brown. Thank you for calling Jenny Brown Foundation. What can I do for you? I just taught y'all something. That just can't do it. Because whoever, you don't know, and that's especially if you know who calling, whoever you don't know who calling. Oh, I thought I called such and such. Oh, no, yeah, you called the person that's in business. What can I do for you? Oh, what did you do? Oh, I changed people's lives. By implementing strategies they can use, they didn't know they could use. Would you like to know more? Well, as a matter of fact, I would call you for something else, but sure, I will. Great. Why not? They called your phone. You can ask your phone how you want to. All right? But we want to say this is a business phone. All right, let's keep on going. Let's keep on going. All right? Number 26 is wages. Guys, let's pay your children. If you have them, pay them. This counts for grandkids too. If you got children, pay them. Now, I'm just disclaiming this, that don't pay them and then take that account and pay the light bill. I want the money that you're going to use for them, let it be for them. Because you wasn't writing off before. Are you with me? You still paying for it. Are y'all with me? Because I'm going to let y'all a little secret. No, there's no shoes on these tax forms. No shoes, no cheerleading outfits, no cheerleading outfits, no cheerleading outfits, no basketball outfits, no trips to Charlotte on the train where they spending $50 a day. I don't know where they eating that stuff. I get a phone call. You put some more in their account. I said, you just gave them. Well, wherever they going, it must be expensive. Look at they paying for it. But they are. I hope y'all understand this. They are. They got a couple of deposits to make back in my account. They're going to write me a check. All right? Are y'all with me? So, when we add all this up, it comes up to $20,000 in expenses. And the form does something miraculous. It says, take away your expenses from your profit. And if you don't have enough profit to cover your expenses, then you have a loss statement and not a profit. All right, so that's where the $15,000 came in. Did y'all see that? $15,000. They lost $15,000. Are y'all with me?
Yep.
But did they make some money?
Yep.
They made some money, didn't they? Let's go back up to the form. I want you to see that. See, that's the power about being in charge. Nobody came in between them and that $5,000. That $5,000 they was able to touch it. They got it in their hand. Are y'all with me? So they got $60,000 on this, as from a difference of losing the money. Maybe from their expenses. But look what they did with the $5,000. See, Stroh hit it on this earlier in the presentation. They put $5,000 in the SEP plan because they got to touch the money. They stayed in their box and put whatever they made in business to change their situation. Ooh, they didn't make that $500 check and say, look, I'm flossing. They ain't gonna spend it. They listened to some strategies. They maybe listened to Stroh because he said it more than once. And he was over your shoulders, breathing. Telling you what you gotta do. You know, I don't know. It wasn't me. You know, I'm low key about that. But if you ain't doing the right thing when you did that before, you come back to my office, take it back. You ain't gonna blame JT Financial, it's Too Smart Evolution, Let Us See, My Econ, anybody around our team, because I know they told you. If they didn't tell you, you heard me. Take it back until you do the right things. You're your own person. It's your money, but you followed our instructions. So I'm not gonna give you the excuse to blame me. All right? I might say you got to do Michael Jackson. Y'all know what that is? All right, look in the mirror. Amen. Man in the mirror. All right? Let's keep on going. So they put the $5,000 away in the SEP, which was tax deductible. So now their tax income is, on this line, their just gross income is $55,000. Bring it over, $55,000. Still same standard deduction. 24. Now their taxable income is $31,000. $31,000. And they made 80. And their taxable income is 31. I think that's pretty impressive, guys.
Yep.
All right, let's go to the last one so we can see the culmination. All right, we're going to go to the last one. This last example is, you in business to make money, so let's make a profit. So they got the same situation. They still ain't quit yet. But look at the difference on line 12. Line 12 is they made $20,000 profit in business. So their total income was $95,000. All right? They took the $20,000 they made in profit and put it into a self-plan. If they made more, they could have put up more. So when I'm talking to people in my office, here's how I like to talk to them. I say, there's options. See, taxes is fluid. It moves when you move. And sometimes move when they don't want to move. Because kids grow up. All right? I'm going to digress. You know what the most common tax deduction most folks are aware of is their children. Yeah? They grow up. And sometimes they fall off the return without the parents' permission.
Right.
So we have to have some negotiation sessions. Can I get her one more year? And I've had clients that try to claim kids who make more than them. Oh yeah. Oh, you'd be amazed. So taxes change whether you do or not. So my goal is when you come to office, I want you to grow with the change in the situation. So you got to be willing to grow. Because I heard someone say, if you ain't growing, you're dying. So you have to grow. All right? So they took the $20,000, they put that away. So now their taxable income or just gross income is $75,000. $75,000 on the second line. So let's go down and look at their Schedule C. Let's look at it real quick. It ain't going to take long. We go to income. How much money did they make? Y'all see it? You need me to blow it up? I'll blow it up for you. This is inaccurate. Let me move it over. It's on y'all form if y'all can't see the screen. Let me move it over so the people on video land can see. How much money did they make in business? $40,000. They made that. They was able to touch that. They was already spending their expenses out of their money. Because they did the 10, 10, 80. All this came out of the 80. It wasn't the extra money. This was out of their job money. Whoa. Uh-oh. See, I'm taking a little left. Taking another left, that's true. So I'll listen to it. So Stroh made it clear. I better listen. Get the packet. Get the packet. I understand, because I wasn't going to be here. I wanted y'all to know this. All right, but 80. This came out of 80. Stay in the box. This 40,000 is what we like to call, because I call some people when ain't extra money if you got some business. But this business money, this was extra money. They made 40. So 40 plus 75 is over 100. Are y'all with me so far? All right, they just got good. Here's one thing I want to point out too. I don't know if my econ did it on purpose. If they didn't do it on purpose, I'm gonna explain it like they did. Here's what I want y'all to see. Here's what I didn't even change the numbers. I thought about doing it, but I didn't. They made 40, but they got the same expenses. You know what that means? They got better at their craft. They got this, more people to say yes than to say no. They started learning how to handle rejection. They came to training. So they still drove the same amount. They still spit the same stuff. Just because they made more, they didn't have no reason to go buy something now.
So they sharpen their skills.
They sharpen their skills. I don't know who said it, but iron sharpen iron. Iron sharpen iron. I'm a Huckabee. All right? All right? But we ain't feeling with October yet. October's not over. He knows my heart. All right, so they got the same expenses. So they learn how to get better. Because I need to say this. I'm going to tell you. If you in business full time, I promise you this. You don't spend money because you got it. I promise you. If I'm going to spend money, you got it, JJ. No, I'm going to spend money. Something needs to come back. That's the only reason I'm going to do it. Are you ready? I need you to understand it. Don't, because that's what I want y'all to think. Business is about deductions. I won't get deductions you ain't got to spend nothing for. So if you're going to spend money, and IRS, and my job is to protect you guys from the IRS. I'm not an IRS advocate. I'm an advocate for you in between them. So here's my point. They are not idiots. You're not going to sit here and spend $40-something thousand in business deductions and ain't made nothing. Are y'all with me? Yeah. So don't just fake it till you make it. Go through the motions of doing it correctly, because eventually your skills going to get better. Because if you're doing it wrong, nothing's going to get better unless you keep doing it. Because you got to be bad when you can be good. If you're doing nothing, you definitely going to get better. How many of you talk to? Nobody. You ain't going to get good talking to somebody if you ain't talking to nobody. Y'all understand what I'm saying? So do it. Go through the motions. I'm going to tell you what you need to say. Do this. If If you come back to me and told me you talked to 100 people, and ain't nobody said yes, what did you say?
What are you saying?
Yeah, what did you say? Somebody should have said something. And here's my point. Now, I know I'm talking about the taxes. Here's my point. If you're really prospecting, I want y'all to take this hard. You shouldn't be giving them anything for them to say no to. Because if they're saying no to something, you gave them too much without the proper context. Because you should have been asking questions on what can change their situation so they can give you the reason to throw something back at them. That's the whole idea about form. Find out what's important to them and use it. See, other companies do it, and they ain't got nowhere close to what we're doing to give them a value. We can help anyone that says yes over here, and we ain't going to hurt no one. So that's why I'm okay with going, we got to cut them a sales switch, let's do it. Because we know at the end of the day, we're going to help. Let's put them in the room. Let's get them help. Let's do a promotion, let's go get it. I see some 80s over there. I see some platinums. All right, let's go get it. Because they're going to get help if they show up. All right, are y'all with me? All right, so that's what it is. That's the business deduction. So they got $20,000 profit from that Schedule C. So let's go back to the second page, and let me just hit on what may be a little different. So now they got $75,000 minus the 24. The taxable, the just gross income was 51. But now we got that little section on this form, and I made that change. I'm just going to highlight it so you guys can see it. Line 42 on your form should say exemptions. Done it. On the forms I gave y'all, I don't know if I got a copy of that. I should have a copy of the second page. It should say exemptions. As we know from the tax laws, exemptions are gone. You get no more credit for exemptions.
That's right.
All right? And it's our assumption. If anybody is sitting on the video and telling you guys this is second proof and this is gospel, we don't know. Just like we didn't know that if the meals are going to be gone. If I hadn't told you, the meals are back. I told you that in the last training. If y'all didn't know, y'all can write off meals. As long as they're business related. All right? No more entertainment, but business related.
Local ones.
Local ones, as long as they're business related. As I said, we're going to change the script and say make it travel. But if they're business related, you can write them off. Talk to me.
Is it still 50% of the meal?
Yes.
Okay.
All right? And in theory, here's the theory, I'm going to put it out there. It ain't up to you to keep up with the 50%. It's up to you to just keep up what you spend. All right? The form does that. The taxes does that. Because we don't know what they do when they come out. As of right now, the publication said you can write off 50%. It's up to you to just keep up what you spend. Are you with me?
Good point.
All right? Just keep up with what you spent. And let the form dictate that. You give the total number, and whoever you're doing it, you tell them, this is all of it. I didn't take no math from it. If you did, you might be cutting yourself short, or you might be taking too much. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. All right? So, now, so in this section will now become, based off all the information we're gathering, it become the section 199A deduction, for the 20% deduction for working business. The tax law says, if you have a pass-through organization, it's a sole proprietor or LLC, that all the profits or loss come to you. Don't wreck your brain about what pass-through is. It's just your business don't make any money, lose money. Everything passes to you. Simple explanation. I have another training to explain that to y'all. If you have a pass-through organization, you should be able to have 20% next deduction off your profit, off gate. So what the law just said, if you make money, we're going to give you another deduction because you made money. If y'all didn't think it was 2 tax codes before, it's definitely 2 now. Are y'all with me? Yep. It is definitely 2. It just made it obvious that it was 2. If this ain't the season for you to be an entrepreneur, I don't know when another one would be.